pictures to show him the way. With the unified field theory, however, he had no guiding physical principle or picture. So I think it was very difficult for him to picture this because, as you were saying, it's difficult to picture more dimensions than what we live in. And it's difficult to picture things that are not really easily supported by experimental data. If he theorizes something and then he can prove it out with an experiment, then it stands true. But if he theorizes something and he has no clue how to ever test it out, then that's actually very difficult. But then some people, I will say, are very comfortable with theorizing. They're comfortable with not knowing with the experiment. These people are called theorists. And these people do exist in physics. There's lots of them. And many of them, they don't really care if something is really proved or not with experiment. And their theories, they're strong enough theorists. They can do the math better than other people. And honestly, you can have a career as a theorist, So there is such a thing. So curious. My cousin is laughing so much. Okay. So curious was the world about Einstein's work that a progress report he gave on the unified field theory to the Prussian Academy was reported to the New York Times, which, oh look, Suji has come out of a different dimension. Hi, Suji Boobly. Suji has just experienced a different dimension and has jumped out. So people were so interested in this unified field theory stuff that they were asking Einstein to give a progress report on it, because now it's been some years that he has been trying, right? So it's like, okay, can you give us an update? And I will, yeah, here's Suji. And we will publish it in the New York Times. So this stuff was, popular enough. Oh, look at that. Suji Bubbly. This stuff was popular enough where even the New York Times was wanting to publish on it. I wonder if AI will be able to theorize any better than people in the future. Yeah, possibly. Sachi Mama. Soon there were hundreds of reporters swarming outside his home, hoping for a glimpse of him. Eddington wrote, "You may be amused to hear that one of our great department stores in London, Selfridges, has posted on its window your paper. The 6 pages pasted up side by side." So his progress report that he wrote was being pasted up on the store's window, so that passersby can read it all through. Large crowds gather around to read it. Einstein, however, would have traded all the adulation and praise in the world for a simple physical picture to guide his path. So he really relied on these simple physical pictures and physical evidence and experimentation to prove out his theories and to understand his physics. Even if the experiments were thought experiments, he was relying on what you would call what is basically an experiment, if you will, in order to understand the universe. But now he couldn't rely on that anymore, possibly because, even Einstein has his limits. He can't probably imagine all these higher dimensions too well, or find a way how to kind of make an experiment with them. I don't think there will be much to differentiate us from machines or computers in the future, only things like emotions. Good news, it came off. Bad news, I cut my arm. Yeah, I don't know. I think so, yeah. Emotions and... yeah, I don't know. Perhaps. Gradually, other physicists began to hint that Einstein was on the wrong track and that his physical intuition was failing him. One critic was his friend and colleague, Wolfgang Pauli. So you might know Pauli from his Pauli's exclusion principle. Wow. Suji is having